Welcome back to 1,000 Hours in Scripture. My name is Dana, and this is day 42. Welcome back, guys. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. For some of us, we get to have night church and go worship and fellowship with church family, so I think that's a pretty good thing to be looking forward to. I'm not gonna lie, this is the third time I've tried to make this video now. I am struggling to get this thing filmed. I forgot to plug in the microphone, so I had to redo it. And then I got completely off track on the most convoluted rabbit trail, so I just gave up and started over. So, I think you guys know by now, I like to do these like one and done. I do not like to sit here and refilm these all the time, but man, today is giving me a run for my money, so maybe the third time is the charm. We will see. Before we get started today, I haven't said this in a while, so for those who are just finding us or are just tuning into this video for the first time, the goal here is that I will spend 1,000 hours in the study of Scripture this year. So this is an accountability tool for me. If I'm posting it online, I have to be doing it. So if this is interesting to you, I'm really hoping other people will be inspired to do the same. And if that's interesting to you, I have 2 videos on my channel. It's the first 2 I ever posted that go into more detail of why am I doing this? How am I doing this? So check those out if you're interested, and I hope you'll join with me. Again, even if you don't want to do 1,000 hours, even if you're just encouraged to make the study of Scripture more of a priority in your life, then that would be great, and I would love to have you do this alongside with me. So you can comment, you can join in, you can do it silently by yourself, whatever. But I hope that if you find it interesting or convicting that you'll take part in it as well. So, and for those of you that have been watching and are coming back again, thank you. I don't think there's many of you, but thank you. Okay, let's get into it. I have my tracker as usual right here. So let's go over it. I think it'll be a pretty short video today. So starting with family worship, you will see we had a really low number for family worship on Sunday and then a big old fat 0 on Monday. And you may remember one of my goals was to do family worship every single day or every single evening in the month of February. So Sunday we technically did do it. We just did not do the Bible study. You guys might remember that Bible study we're going through right now is pretty intense. And Sunday night we were just all tired. By the time we got there, the kids didn't have a whole lot of attention span left. You know, we were all ready to be headed to bed. So we decided just to forego it. You know, it was just a lot. We kind of knew that they weren't gonna be real tuned into it. So instead we decided to read a chapter from the book of Proverbs, and then we just had some prayer. So we kept it short and sweet Sunday. And that's okay. Now Monday, let me tell you guys, Monday was wild, okay? I think you guys have picked up by now that I'm like chronically tired. I chronically do not sleep well. I'm very tired all the time. Like, it's just a nightmare. But let me tell you, Monday was next level. So I'm going to blame the fact that we went out and had dinner. One of my kids had a really good report card, and usually we let them pick some sort of little treat to celebrate, and he picked Chinese food. We love Chinese food, so obviously that's delicious. So we went out and had Chinese food for dinner on Monday. Good as always, loved it. Came home, and I was immediately so tired. I truly was having a hard time sitting up. It was unreal. I think I asked my husband, I was like, did you give me drugs or something? I am very susceptible to medication, so even just a Zyrtec, I'm unconscious. I was like, did you give me something? Because I just was so exhausted. So long story short, by the time it got to Bible study time, I was quite literally struggling to be upright. So my husband was like, you just need to go to bed. And so he put me to bed, and he did do family worship with the kids. He did not do the Bible study, but I could hear him out there. They were reading scripture. They sang some hymns. So they did family worship, but I was not there. So it was a 0 for me that day because I was asleep already. Ugh, guys, though, but you can notice if you look on my Bible reading column, it took me over an hour to read my Bible that day because I was so tired. I just kept falling asleep and jerking awake and having to back up and read verses over again. I do not know what it is. I think it was honestly just a combination of a full belly full of yummy food and chronic exhaustion, but oh, it was rough. Anyway, but we're back on track now. We went back to our Bible study yesterday, so all's good. Personal prayer, you'll see I did get 2 days of personal prayer in. I can't remember if I've covered this in a previous video. I don't rewatch my videos, guys, so I don't remember things, but I've decided to just kind of tackle my personal prayer the way I was doing my Bible reading. So you guys may recall from previous videos, like in the past, I've always tried to have like a dedicated time where I'm like, okay, I'm going to read my Bible and pray every evening after the kids go to bed. And I'm going to do it for an hour. And that's just, I don't do it. Because then you get to that time of day and, the kids are going to bed late or something happens or I'm distracted. So I've already shared how with Bible reading, I'm just doing it when I can. Whenever the opportunity arises, I'm going to sit down and read my Bible. And I just decided to take the same approach with my prayer time. So like these 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, I actually did my prayer time in the car. I had to drive somewhere to pick up my kids one day. I prayed on the way. I drove home from dropping them off somewhere one day, prayed on the way. And I don't know, like on one hand, I still wish I had that dedicated time that I guess I feel like I'm not doing max priority yet with my prayer. Like max priority, I would make that time and I would stick with it no matter what. But at the same time, I'm working on this. Am I not? This is a sanctification thing for me. So I am praying and that is important. That is what matters, that I am praying. And, as I get better and better at this, as I do become more sanctified, as I become more like Christ, it will be easier and easier for me to carve that time out. So it's definitely not as much time as I would probably like, but it is time and I'm grateful for it. And it was good prayer and I'm happy with it. So nothing really new in Bible reading. I am kind of excited. I probably shouldn't. I don't know if I should admit this. I'm a little bit excited because I finally finished the book of Job today. Guys, I don't know about you, but I do not enjoy reading the book of Job. I just don't like it. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't say that about reading books of the Bible. It's just not one of my preferred books, okay? It is a struggle for me to get through the book of Job. But today we are finally through it and I get a break from it for a while. So I'm very excited. I don't remember what's next. Maybe Ecclesiastes. I don't remember what's next in that category, but we're moving on from Job. What a relief. So, but aside from my elation at being out of the book of Job, no real changes with Bible reading. All's steady there. So yeah, nothing new in sermon audio either. Pretty standard. So 1 sermon a day, sometimes 2 is what I've been hitting. So looking at our totals for the month overall, you can see right now I am ahead of schedule as of yesterday what do you call it? Like close of day yesterday, end of day yesterday? I don't know. The goal was to be at 1,640 minutes and I was at 1,807. So I'm almost a full day ahead. Not quite. So that's awesome. So yeah, that's the tracker. I'm pleased with the direction it's going. I mentioned it last video. This is very much to me an answer to prayer in real time. Like I mentioned it last video, I have struggled. Like the desire is there, but the will to execute it is so weak. And I pray every day that God will convict me to do this and that he will give me the drive and the focus to stay on track. And he has for what day of the month is it? 11 days in a row now, particularly. Just day after day, even through sickness, kept it up, and that's, you look at that and you have to acknowledge that's an answer to prayer. So okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I don't really have anything else that I think I need to share today. So I hope that, again, whatever you're doing today, that you're having a wonderful week. For those that are going out to fellowship and worship tonight, I hope it is a huge blessing in your life and edifying. And just remember, in everything that you do, do it all to the glory of God. See you next time.